She's drinking again.
You make it sound like I'm an alcoholic.
You're always drinking something at the beginning of the live.
Well, that's because this is at 8 a.m. and caffeine is necessary. Also
Overrated.
because get out of here. So here in St. Louis, I don't know if any of you guys can relate to this, but we have this phenomenon that happens this time of year, like good morning, hey, where I guess based on the time change and the sun coming up, the sun is like blinding right over the horizon. So everybody and their mother freaks out in the morning when they're driving in, like they don't know how to drive anymore. And everyone slams on their brakes and all this traffic piles up and it's an absolute nightmare. So, does anyone deal with the sunshine slowdown where you're from? Because I sat in that for 15 minutes and I just don't understand it because you guys, like these awesome things exist now. And, visors have been on cars for like ever. So the sunshine phenomenon is one I don't understand, but that's the need for caffeine in the morning when you sit in sunshine traffic and, you know, it's craziness. So I don't know. Is that a St. Louis thing? Is that like a Midwest thing? Does that only happen in our neck of the woods because of where we're at? Or does everybody deal with the sunshine slowdown? I don't understand the fear of the sun, but they sure slam on their brakes.
I think the sun comes up everywhere. So
You're such a schmuck. I think obviously, I just don't know if we're just dumb and slow here in the Midwest. Like, what gives?
no, it's bad though.
It's horrible. It's so bad. This week, we're going to keep this super short and easy. We started off the first 8, 9 weeks, really hitting you hard with some heavy tasks. I work from home, so I'm not stuck in traffic. Winning. I used to work from home, and then I said, Jace, wouldn't it be great if I got out of the house and had an office? And now he's at the at-home office, and I'm at an office about 20 minutes away so that we have our separate spaces. But the traffic does make me just miss being at home. We're going to give you something a little bit easy. This is something that just helps you look a little bit more credible and reputable when you're sharing your content online. Like I said, we've hit you hard with a lot of tasks, getting those FAQs posted on your GVP, getting some things fixed on your website. So we want to take it easy this morning. This is going to be short, quick, and super easy for you to do and take action on. I guess we can just jump right into it. So this one, if you guys have ever noticed, sorry, I'm grabbing my little notes so I don't babble like an idiot and waste half an hour of your morning. If you've ever noticed when you share a link to your website, there's like a preview image that comes up, especially when you're sharing on social, your Facebook, Twitter, etc. Maybe you're sending someone a link in Messenger, or you're making a post about a recent blog post. You're sharing it to your Facebook page. There's always a graphic usually that comes up. The reason that happens is because it's enticing, right? And when you're on social media, so much of social media is visually engaging, and that graphic or image pulls from your website. And sometimes it's not an image that you're wanting to show, or there's an image that would be more relevant or more captivating to the content that you're sharing. So Jace is going to show you how to go ahead and change and set that correct graphic. This is technically called an open graphic tag or a social media preview. And it'll just help your credibility, especially if it's a part of any marketing campaign that you have, whether you're utilizing a messenger feature or you're sharing those blog posts to your Facebook page, etc. Just to be a little bit more on point with the content that you're producing. So Jason, you want to give them an example of what it is, how it shows up, just like in Messenger, like we were just discussing, and then show them where to go ahead and get that changed.
Yeah, so I am going to drop the link that you guys can use. And actually, let me show my screen here. All right. Okay, so there's a lot of websites that will accomplish this. But this one is socialsharepreview.com. So let me drop this. Actually, I'm not prepared here. Hold on one second, because I can't drop it in StreamYard. So yeah, so we get questions about this often on how to change this image. Like maybe you made a city page, maybe you made, I don't know, any kind of new page on your website, and you go to share the link with somebody, you know, maybe it's with a seller or just somebody, and you want them to go to your website, and it just pops up the stupidest image that you were not expecting. You know, you weren't prepared for that image, or no image pops up at all, and it doesn't look like it's a real link. It's not enticing to click. So I'll show you how to change that here. So you can go to this website, socialsharepreview.com, and we are just going to drop in a link here, and I'll show you how it works. They drop in a link, your website. This can be any page on your website, and you will see that this is the preview image that is going to pop up when you share on social. So you're sharing on Facebook, Twitter, you know, Facebook is common, things like that. It's always going to show this preview image, right? And it's going to have the title of your page down here. So instantly you can also see, oh, my title is wrong. Like in this specific instance, this title is incorrect because it repeats the same thing twice, right? So you can see other little things like that. But the thing we're really talking about here is the image. Like, okay, first off, this kind of house, you're not going to see that up in Long Island, New York. Okay, so that is something you would want to change. You're going to lose, you know, credibility when you're sharing that with people that are in Long Island, because that doesn't look right. Okay, now you would think going to the website and changing the image on the website itself would fix this, and sometimes it does, but sometimes it does not. So that image here is actually in the background up here in the hero. So you would want to change that, but it doesn't mean it's always going to change on your social preview. Okay. Another thing that we see often is when you share an image and you have nothing that even pops up. This is just a random site that I grabbed off the internet. St. Louis Homebuyers LLC.com. They don't even have an image that shows up. So it's actually going to try to pull something from your page. And a lot of times it's a blown out of proportion icon or logo or something. And it just looks ugly. Okay. So it's very easy to change. All right. So you're just going to go to your Carrot site. You want to go to the exact page that you want to change this on. Okay. So this is the home page, for instance, and you scroll all the way down to a section that a lot of you guys might not look at that often. Okay. And that is, it's the SEO settings down here, but it's over on the social tab. Okay. Now by default, all right, you guys don't necessarily have to change these things like the titles, the descriptions, the Twitter title. This is all going to pull from default what you have over here on the meta screen. Okay. So by default, you probably want that showing up anyways on the social. Okay. So if you do want to change it though, you can override what's on the general tab and you can enter stuff in here if you want it to be different. All right. Now where we change that image is simply down here in the social image URL. All right. So you can see Carrot is pulling that stock photo that they have on here, the Seller 06 Hero. Is just pulling that automatically. So you can come in here and actually you can see the little preview as well, what it's going to pop up. Okay. So you just go in here, you select an image, and let's just say we want the logo to pop up. Okay. Instead of that house, right? So we'll select the logo. We'll use this image. We'll skip cropping here for now. And there's actually a specific size. If you really want to make a custom photo, I believe it's 1200 by 630 pixels if you really want to get crazy with it and make it really look good. All right, but let's go ahead and hit update here. And let's see if it updates this quick or not. It may, it may not. But you can see in the preview, it does show correctly. Okay, let's go back over to our social preview thing. And let's refresh. And of course, when we're doing this live, it's not going to do it. Okay. But it is going to change, all right, because you can see it inside of Carrot. Oh, there it goes. Okay. So now you can see when I share this link, it's going to show this beautiful logo instead of that house. So this looks just a lot better. And this is something that you guys might not even realize that is happening. So if you guys are sharing your links, go check this. Just go to socialsharepreview.com, drop in your link. Maybe it's a link to your form or a landing page that you always share, and just make sure this image is good. Okay, you can swap this image out. This image doesn't have to be something that is on your specific page itself. It can be its own custom image, and just make it really attractive and something that people want to click on. So it's simple as that.
The first time we really utilized this feature years ago for our own site was when we were having blog posts written, and we wanted that image to pull over to kind of tell a bigger preview as to what the content was. So there are so many different ways, guys, that you can apply this, especially your city pages, having those graphics, like Jason said, that are relevant to your local market. That's probably the biggest thing that we see as a miss across all Carrot websites, are just the relevant graphics. Jason hit the nail on the head. You wouldn't see that Southwest style home in New Jersey or in the Midwest where we are. So making sure that your images on your site are changed out to be relevant to your local audience or local market, that's a big deal, especially when you're going out and sharing your content on your social platforms, because again, that's just going to stack up and build more of your brand and online presence. So when you're doing that, make sure that these images represent you and your company to your local market. So the action item for this week, you guys, is to at least try this one time. Pick one page on your website where you're going to change. Oh, there it is. That's one of the blog posts that we have. So we change that content out on every post, and then we create the content around it. But how easy is that? When you're scrolling through our social media and you're on our Facebook page and you see that graphic right there, that really pops out at you and increases user engagement, versus if you had just seen the little text at the bottom. That's not so enticing. So that's one of the huge benefits of these things. So your assignment, sorry, I got distracted. I love that graphic. Is to pick at least one page on your website. A city page would be awesome because that would be really easy for you to take any photo. Your about would be another great page, easy to swap that out for something that's a picture of you and your team. And change out that image, and then drop a link in the comments here. Let us see that you were able to apply this. That way, taking small action, applying it while you're watching it, retains it in our brains. So pick one page on your site, swap out that graphic for your social, and then drop the link in the comments below. That will enter you to win next week's press release giveaway. For those of you that are new here, every week we give away a professionally written and syndicated press release. It's huge for your SEO. It builds so much online credibility. The press release gets written, sent out to hundreds of news stations, major platforms, Fox, NBC, CBS, etc. All of that builds your online reputation in the eyes of Google and for prospects. So when they Google your brand name, all of these really great articles and press releases are coming up. Google also sees you featured on all these platforms, so they think, wow, you are legit. You're on all these credible sites. We give one away every single week. The only thing you have to do to be entered is to take action and comment that you've completed whatever the assignment or task is. So Jace, do you want to throw up your cool guy banner and announce the winner from last week for taking action by getting their 5 Q&As listed, or FAQs listed on their GBP? That was last week's action item.
Yeah, hopefully he's still on. I just tagged him on Facebook as well. But Brett Singer of Sell My House Fast Chicagoland is the winner of this week's press release.
I love that, Chicagoland. That's awesome. Yeah. Yes. So Brett, I will send you a message here shortly to get a little bit of info from you, just so we can make sure that we're representing your company accurately online. We'll get that press release ordered, written, and then out for syndication. If you want to be awesome like Brett and win a free press release, again, your action item for this week, take one page, log into your Carrot site, your website, take one page, swap out that image, and then drop a link in the comments so we can take a look and see that you were able to apply this week's lesson for your business. And that's it, guys. We promise you it'll be a quick one. This is a super easy task. We want you to be able to take action and move your business forward. It doesn't always have to be earth-shattering. These little things stack up and make a difference in building your online presence and online credibility. So show us what you got. Drop your links in the comments, and we'll see you guys next week. Jace, you got anything?
I got nothing.
Sweet. Wrap it up.
All right, guys. Appreciate your time. We'll see you next week. Leave your comments. Leave your questions. We always go back after the video and we answer whatever you might have. So, yeah, just let us know. See you guys.
Bye, guys.